High school soccer coaches, quit making your players go on long distance runs for their preseason fitness. It's not helping them. They're going to hate it, and they're not going to play better soccer because of this. If you want to get them fit, the very best thing you can do is have them play soccer. Have them play high-intensity, small-sided soccer. However, unfortunately, in my state of Tennessee, there is a stupid rule that during preseason, you're not allowed to actually coach them on soccer with a soccer ball. You have to do all of your coaching without a soccer ball. So what most of the coaches here do is they just run their players until they're exhausted every single day as an attempt to get them in shape. However, I want to provide a better alternative of what you can do to actually help your players during this period of time. So, start out, we're not allowed to use a soccer ball. Does this mean we can't actually do soccer-specific style training? No, it doesn't. We can actually do plenty of things. For one, think about it. In a game, you probably are only on the ball about 4 minutes at a time. So, that means 86 minutes in a 90-minute game, you're without a ball. So training without a ball actually makes sense some of the time. So, what are we going to do? For starters, we're going to warm up pretty much every session with a game of tag, capture the flag, or some similar type game. Why do we do this? For one, it trains speed, agility, decision making. It provides even like tactical insight on how you should move, when you should move. And in games like capture the flag, there's even team coordination among the players. This can even help with fitness because the running requirements are going to be very, very similar to soccer. But the best part about it is your kids are going to enjoy it. They're going to have a good time playing this opposed to just running laps around the field. Next up, let's do some speed and power work. So things like plyometrics, which we're both going to do extensive and intensive plyometrics, and also a variety of different sprint and change of direction drills. And when we're doing these, we're not going to do them for fitness. We're going to do them for pure speed and power, which means full recovery in between each session. Your players are going to prefer this anyways because they're not going to get exhausted by it, but they're still going to get huge benefits from actually training this. Third, you're going to do some sort of strength training. Now, ideally, if you have a weight room, have a couple days of the week where you meet in the weight room. That way you can do weight training. However, if you don't, you can do several different good body weight exercises. Upper body training is extremely easy. Push-ups, inverted rows, pull-ups. Lower body training, you can do a lot of single leg work with minimal equipment, which will get them a lot more leg strength. And also do things like Nordic curls, which you just need a partner to hold their legs down so they can do those on the ground. Then fourth, and this might actually be one of the most important things overall, work on actual soccer skills and tactics that you don't need the ball for. So the most obvious thing, defending. You can do so much defending work without a soccer ball. Work on getting in a good defensive position, learning how to contain, learning how to move in that defensive position, learning how to use your body as a defensive tool. One of the best things about training defending without a ball is it will actually teach the players to move with the attacker's body instead of watching the ball or watching their feet and then getting lost in the stepovers or anything like that. Have them practice trying to stay with somebody that's just running and changing directions. This will make them a significantly better defender. We can do tons of different off-ball movement drills, passing patterns, what I like to call shadow soccer. You have an imaginary soccer ball, and you pass the imaginary soccer ball in movement patterns around the field like you're actually playing the game. And the beauty of this is you can work on some of these intricate passing patterns that you might want to do in games, but it removes the skill element so the players can instinctively learn when and where they're supposed to make these movements, but they're not making bad passes all the time, which mess it up. So once the rule's lifted and you're allowed to introduce a ball, they've already got the movements down. Now they just have to get the execution of the passes. So this is why high school coaches need to